Why is it so hard today to know who you are?
And we're back, people. I miss my family already. But this marks the beginning of term 2. So let's see what this term brings. Excited, nervous, and stressed already. Anyways, let's unpack.
Commas.
Going into my 20s, something I found that most of my classmates and friends struggle with is not knowing who they want to be. Because essentially, right now, at this moment, they don't even know who they are. Many feel like they're behind, and unfortunately, I feel the same way. Society puts this pressure that we need to figure everything in our life as soon as we can. And if you don't, then you're gonna fail. This constant strive for perfection is so damaging. And I'm speaking from experience because I used to want to do everything perfectly. And if I didn't, then I was worthless.
I need to figure out what to do with that. So I'm gonna have to call my mom to help me. But now we have to go shopping. Basically, I have no food. Being back is it's a struggle to try to get yourself together. And I start classes on Monday.
I'm fine!
Let's go. We are procrastinating by literally just looking at the camera. This is gonna be expensive. Well, that was hard to bring back. Basically, my whole bag is full. I'm gonna have lunch now, and then I'm gonna put the things away. Also, this was resolved somehow, so yeah. Anyways, let me go get my sandwich. So time to show you what I got from the shops. Lettuce for my sandwiches, the yogurt people, because we eat a lot of yogurt, okay? Then we got some bananas, some blueberries, apples, oranges, carrots, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, avocado, aubergine, spinach because I love spinach, and broccoli, baguette, falafels because it's veganery and they're the extra large ones and they're on sale, strawberries, a couple of pears, and some kiwis. Obviously tea because I'm running out. Some veganery specials, I guess. We got lovely bacon pieces, which were on sale. And then we got, it is my favorite, these ones. They're so good. And then I've never tried this, but it's the new product, so I wanted to try it. It's gonna be exciting to try that. I wanted to buy this a long time ago, but I've always been like very reluctant to actually buy it. These gingerbread cookies, I know it's not Christmas, but they're actually vegan. Now we're gonna put this inside the fridge. Wish me luck, because I don't know how I'm gonna fit everything.
3 hours later.
Not knowing who we are or want to be often leads us to compare ourselves to others, to their situation, to where they are in life. I used to compare myself to everyone around me to ensure that I wasn't lagging behind and I was doing well. I was relying on knowing who I was, on how others were. I wanted to emulate the exact path someone was taking instead of focusing on what I wanted to do. I thought that if I copied someone else's path, then I could succeed and I wouldn't be such a failure and I wouldn't feel worthless. But the reality is that there's not one path or one rule that's gonna get you to that success we all are looking for, because we are so different. What is gonna make us successful is something we determine ourselves. We all keep expecting that there's only one way to reach success. But history has taught us that trying to make one rule to fit everyone never works. Just look at the school system. Trying to teach us all the same, expecting everyone to turn out the same. Speaking of school, this is probably the worst place for us to find ourselves. In the past, my school grades would dictate how good I was. I would compare them to others, forgetting that I had strengths and weaknesses, and they weren't the same as the people I was comparing myself to. But no matter what, I still wanted to get that A in science. I still wanted to have 100% in the next math test. I wanted to excel in everything I did, because then I felt like people will finally accept me for who I was. If I was seen as a smart kid, I will finally be seen as normal, to show people that I was good enough to be around with. I was made to feel from a very young age like I wasn't good enough. But I've discovered that you cannot please everyone no matter how hard you try. It is when we try to please everyone that our life is not ours anymore. It robs us from keeping a peaceful mind and the courage to follow our goals and our dreams. I've discovered that I don't want to live my life please anyone but myself, and to do what's right because I know it's right. Having had the opportunity now to be in another country for my second year of my bachelor has allowed me to start discovering a bit more about myself and how I work. And I've had the opportunity to meet wonderful people and hear very interesting and very different life experiences from people that have found their own success in life and that they're excelling at what they're doing, even if not 1,000 million people know what they are doing. And that's because the desire to excel is exclusive of the fact of whether someone else appreciates it or not. Excellence is driven from inside, not outside. It is when we expect that others notice what we're doing that we find ourselves not knowing who we are, because we're relying on external validation to tell us exactly that. Therefore, excellence is not for someone else to notice, but for your own satisfaction and efficiency. Many of us are probably trying to climb a mountain with the intention that the world should see us. But it should not be the case, because we should all be climbing the mountain with the intention to see the world and discover ourselves. In trying to do what others are telling you to do, in trying to satisfy them all, you are often sacrificing your own path, which is actually what's leading you to fail, or at least feel like you're failing. Ask yourself one simple question. When was the last time you really lived your life your way and took full risk and tackled the problems that it threw at you head on? When was the last time that you chose what was truest to you and not what you thought will benefit anyone else? One of my main struggles is that I'm not kind to myself. I often feel like I don't deserve anything I have. I struggle a lot accepting gifts from others, especially those closest around me, like my parents. I just feel like I'm not a good daughter to them, so why should they be giving me so much? But now, having been living alone for almost 2 years, I've started to slowly realize how important it is for me to allow myself to be kinder to me. And as I've become a bit more kinder with myself, I've had time to start to discover who I want to be, because I'm not constantly trying to strive for perfection. I'm not constantly trying to be someone I'm not. Instead, I'm just trying to do me. Trying to live my life unapologetically. I've wasted enough time trying to please everyone, because the only thing that comparing myself to others and trying to satisfy everyone around me has brought me is feeling like I was an empty shell of a human being. I relied on others to tell me what I had to do and who I had to be. And once I moved abroad alone, once I was a bit more by myself, I realized that I had invested too much time in what others wanted me to do and not enough time in my passions, my goals, my dreams. Now I was faced with the reality to use the time here alone to start finding myself. You probably often compare your life to others, but what this is making you do is forgetting that life doesn't come with perfection. I think this is the main reason why everyone goes through difficult times. We see others that seem to have it all figured out, and we envy them. How is it possible for someone to know what they want to do without relying on the external validation and acceptance of those around them? How is it possible for them to be so true to themselves? The reason why is so simple. They're focusing on watering their own grass and building their own path. They're minding their own business, and that's what's making them thrive in life. It is when I've started to mind my own business that I've started to actually feel happiness, feel more me. It is when I've stopped comparing myself so much to external factors I had no control over that I've been more myself. And by doing that, I've seen how making other people I love happy. I've realized that life is too short to worry what others think. It robs us of so much. Because here's a reminder, guys, no matter who we all are gonna die eventually.
But guys, there's a packet I've been meaning to open for a while. The day before, so Thursday, I got a notification that my packet had arrived. It was supposed to arrive on Monday, so I was very lucky that it arrived a few days early so I could actually take it with me to Paris. I'm so excited. Something from my iPad, which I recently got. I still feel kind of bad about having an iPad, but it's... The screen protector is from this company called Astropad. I've heard very good reviews about this. Obviously, this is not sponsored. I'm a small blob in the internet, like, they probably don't even know I exist. One can dream, right? Oh, I love this quote. Don't wait for inspiration, it comes while one is working. So this is the cover. It comes with these 4 Apple tips that are like specifically to do like detail work, and then apparently it also comes with some stickers. But yeah, I'm excited to try this. Okay, I can get it out. I don't want to break it. I suppose all of them are the same. Put it on and then twist. But now let me just quickly try it out. Also, a video about me organizing my iPad is gonna come, so stick around for that if you want to know how I organize this, because right now it's very disorganized. Let's just go to here. Anyways, editing.
The concept of death is a tricky and controversial topic, I know. Most people are very scared to talk about it, and to think about it is often seen as something very morbid. Thinking about when we are gonna die or when others that we love are gonna die is never easy. It's actually very uncomfortable, but the thing is, most of us fear it to the extent that we prefer to ignore the fact that we have a limited time here. And when the time runs out, none of us know. Personally, I've never really feared death, but I feared losing the people I love. The idea of losing any of my parents or my siblings or my closest friends scares me so much. What I've come to realize is that we shouldn't fear death. If there is one thing that you need to hear, one main reminder you should take away from this video is that let the fear of death empower you to be you every day. Realize that you don't know when your time is up. So why you waste it on trying to do what everyone else around you wants you to do, instead of choosing and doing what you want to do? Comparing yourself to what others are doing is robbing you of that precious time that you have. It's taking away time for the important things, like being around those you love and those that make you a better person every day. Comparing is robbing you of the time you have to make every day unique, and to slowly find yourself every day and create the memories that in the end are the ones that truly matter. When we constantly compare ourselves to each other, we find ourselves astray, at a standstill, lost. And I think it's here where most of us ask the question, what's the meaning of life? I've asked this to myself multiple times, but the more I've reflected on it, the more anxious I became, because I was seeing that I was very unsure of what life even is. But I think this question is too often overemphasized. Somehow, if you're not searching for the meaning of life, then you're doing something wrong, because everyone is. But it doesn't have to be that complicated. What if the meaning of life is to find what brings meaning to your life? Not your best friend, not your mom, not your brother, but your life. So then it all becomes so simple. The secret of life, the secret to happiness. What it all boils down to is that through your life, you should try to always be the most you can be. You're not special. I'm not special. No one is. But we are all unique. The difference being that being special means that you have a quality or something about you that most similar people do not have. And that is not true. We will all experience different problems, but problems nonetheless.
But guys, I'm gonna try this ravioli thing. If you want a full video about how I did this, I'm gonna be posting a reel for my veganery series. So basically, I'm tasting this product. I've never tried these raviolis. They're very good. Look. Anyway, my mom and dad are gonna call soon, so I'm gonna talk to them while I enjoy my very good dinner.
On the other hand, unique, being the only one that exists of your type, is 100% true. Not knowing the difference of the words special and unique, I think it's often the main reason why everyone goes through difficult times. Because sometimes when we feel special instead of unique, we think that the things that occur to us is because of external factors that have the power to determine our good days and our bad days. It is forgetting that we are unique that makes us compare ourselves to each other. Forgetting that if we are all so different and there's not one of us that is an exact replica of each other, then why should someone else's actions, someone else's life journey be the exact same one you have to take? If we all were the same, life would be pretty boring, don't you think? If there was only one thing that determined who succeeds and fails, the joy of trying to know ourselves better every day will disappear. I've come to realize that the moments that I'm happiest are the ones where I have the opportunity to learn a bit more about what I like and don't like, what I can do and cannot do, where I can use my strengths and where I can improve my weaknesses. I used to be such a perfectionist to the extreme that my life became giving that perfection to others and showing that I did not fail. Was such a people pleaser that I forgot to essentially give some kindness and pleasure to myself. Trying to be perfect and compare myself to those around me has taken away so much from me already. So, what I've been trying to do is letting go of perfection. It's a constant work in progress, and there are days that are harder. It's important for me to remind myself that I'm doing the best I can. Sometimes I have to be my own cheerleader, even if I don't have the physical cheerleading of others. I'm slowly starting to be my own best friend. And while comparing myself to others is still a big problem I have to deal with, I'm not gonna let it stop me from trying. And you shouldn't either, because with baby steps, you can get there. We can get there. All it takes is waking up every day ready to embrace the change, because it is when we are most uncomfortable that we start changing and finding ourselves, that we stop letting ourselves compare our qualities to others' unique qualities, and where we finally find a place where we start to understand who we are. So, whatever journey you're choosing to embark on, know that you are not alone and that you will find yourself. And whatever that looks like, no one knows. But I will be here cheering you on no matter what.
Can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky. And I feel so lucky I met you.